Doo-doo by Velt. Not sure how you, can we remove the bottle? It'd be nice if we could, considering that then we could hide the secret room again. Which is probably kind of incriminating, really. Wonder who's gonna be here.
Dijkstra and Triss.
Aha.
Didn't expect to see you here. Certainly not with Triss.
I decided we could use someone who knows a bit of magic. The runes on the bomb, I'm absolutely dying to know what they mean.
You dying to know too, Triss?
No, just here for the coin.
Ah, Marigold playing the cynical materialist. I love it. In truth, her ideals brought Triss here. She needs gold to save her colleagues. When I recover my treasure, I'll be in a position to help her. Simple as that. Speaking of which, and pardon my Beauclervoise, have you found out who fucking nicked my gold?
Menge actually nicked it from someone else. And who's Menge again? Isn't he the head of the witch hunters? Or the church guy? I'm not sure if he's head of the witch hunters, but I know he's Eternal Fire guy. He nicked it, but he nicked it from someone else. But we're just going to point it on him.
Hang on. Gotta tell me why you're here first. We agreed. If I learned anything, I'd take it to you.
So we did. But I was concerned about you. Stopped by to see if everything was alright.
You don't trust me, and thanks. Really. It's just I wish they would say sarcasm at the end, you know? Let's go with this.
Thanks. You can breathe easy now. In the future, though, remember this. I can look after myself.
Fine. You look after yourself, and I'll look after my interests.
Gentlemen, really feel privileged to witness your battle of wits. But try to remember, unlike you, I put my life at risk every time I venture out into the streets. Did the same just coming here. So I beg you, can we get to the point?
To be honest, Groth is doing the same thing. He's cut down a couple witch hunters. While she has her posters slapped around, he's had a face-to-face encounter with Menge. And, you know, they're always saying, if, you know, treat it as if you're being watched constantly. Menge probably knows we've killed the witch hunters. You know? So it's only a matter of time before a crossbow bolt is loosed at Geralt. And I haven't spec'd him into, you know, arrow reflecting. Never actually bothered getting that in any of my games so far. Or maybe if I have, I've never used it.
Bothered Triss for nothing. No point examining the bomb.
Because?
Because I already know who nabbed your treasure. Commander of the Temple Guard, Caleb Menge.
Well, well, Marigold. Your coin stands to come with a side of revenge. Geralt, would you be kind enough to tell me what you've learned? I'm terribly curious.
The one thing I hate about the games is they'll tell you not enough of the conversation option to make a choice. I'd like if they always tell you like say if there's a you say a line, they respond, you say a line and they respond, or you just say a line back and that's it. Or it's only you say something, then they say something, then you get a new conversation option. Whatever how it plays out, if I can get the first sentence, if I can just be given that much, then I can properly make a choice. And yes, I am actually recording. Good. Yeah, sorry, I just got really worried there for a moment. Right now I want to think Margrave Henkel told me everything. Am I gonna say it was Dandelion who did it in Syria? Or what? Because I don't want to do that, but at the same time, you know, it mightn't be as bad as I think. Like, remember when he was saying play nice earlier? I wasn't sure, was he going to say, you know, like, play, like, don't order me around, or, you know, like, you're being or what, you know? I didn't know how the conversation option was going to go. Look, I saved just a moment ago, so I can reload it now.
Henkel told me. Old man's alive and well. Faked his own death to escape his creditors.
Strange. I had no idea he was in debt.
He was. And Menge promised to take care of things in exchange for help with the heist. So...
Geralt, how can I put this delicately? Bollocks. If you thought I'd fall for that tale you just pulled out of your arse, you don't know me one bit.
Know you well enough to know what matters. Results. So I lied. Still say I can lead you to your treasure.
Forgive me, Geralt, but after what you just pulled, I'd sooner believe a whore who proclaimed her undying love.
Would you believe a sorceress who stands to gain if you get your coin back?
Perhaps. I'd still prefer the whore, though. You're hiding something, and that's one thing I can't stand. Even more than Nilfgaard. But ultimately, this is a business deal, not a marriage. Besides, there must be some truth in all those lies. You're too dense to make it all up on your own. Menge has been spending heaps of coin lately, though to my knowledge he shouldn't have a copper to his name.
So, what now?
From what I've heard, Menge spends his nights at the docks, witch hunters' quarters. Maybe pay him a visit. Ask where he's holding my gold for me.
Gonna be honest, it seems either option was just gonna piss him off, so it doesn't seem to really matter which way. I got both options would get him suspicious, but probably piss him off in a different way. But so yeah, I'm happy with what I went with.
So we do your dirty work while you sit around twiddling your thumbs.
Darling, when I'm able to make use of someone, I always do. It's convenient.
And safe. Come on, admit you're scared of Menge.
Of course I'm scared. Bloody dangerous horse, son. Triss would concur, I think.
Not in those words. But I do agree with the statement overall.
Triss is a lot different since I last met her. Yeah, like since, you know, Witcher 2, I swear she's... I don't know, she seems a bit different in this game, you know? Yes, things has changed quite substantially for her. In the first game, she was an advisor. Second game, she just lost it. At the end of the second game, she'd been held captive, tortured, seen Paul bodies, you know, in a fountain just behind her, you know. Utterly brutal things happened. And now she spent 6 months apart from growth. It kind of seemingly broke up, and you know, she's trying like this. So, and you know, people that she's known have been burnt alive, and she's been in hiding. So it's understandable she's different. It's just an observation.
Doubt Menge will admit anything willingly.
As do I. Lucky I hired a witcher and a sorceress who've been through so much together to get this done.
What's our past got to do with it?
A great deal. Lovers will jump into the abyss for one another. Suits my needs perfectly. Namely, it greatly increases your chances of getting out of the hunter's barracks alive. With my treasure.
Let's not go with the first option.
In other words, you're using us.
Using you? Never. Merely making the most of your mutual bond. Well, lovebirds, I really must be going. Good luck.
Thought you'd correct him. Say that we... you know.
Could have corrected him yourself.
True. But it's not an easy thing to say, is it? But we've strayed from our topic. Got a treasure to recover.
Triss, gotta tell you something. Dijkstra's gold, it's the last thing I care about.
Thought as much. This is about serious...
There's other people in the room. Shh.
Menga's got Dandelion locked up somewhere, and Dandelion saw Ciri.
That changes everything. Listen, meet me at midnight by the Chapel of the Eternal Fire, east of the harbor. We'll figure out a way to get into the Hunter's barracks together.
All right, see you then. Thanks.
I wasn't expecting them to, you know, grow than Triss. Sorry. Wait, what? Did you just teleport? Who are the guys milling around in here? Probably just Dijkstra's bodyguards. They probably left with him. But yeah, I really wasn't expecting Geralt and Triss to have broken up at the end of the, you know, Witcher 2.
We can go to Heya.
I wasn't expecting that.
Washed your hair lately?
Actually, is this, this is actually a main quest. Huh. Wasn't expecting that.
What's he doing here?
Okay, just need to meditate till then. Oh, wrong time period, but it's still stopped. It's still.
Glad you're here. Listen, took a look at the building,
You know,
and it
did
does
this.
not look good.
Mina could use a bit of paint and spackle.
I mean, it's a damn fortress. High walls, guards at the gate, armed men everywhere. We could never sneak in, and fighting our way in won't work. Menga would have had plenty of time to escape.
What do you suggest?
Take these shackles. Put them on me.
As tempting as the second one is, she probably wouldn't appreciate it.
Mind explaining what this is all about?
Think. Bring the hunters the vile Triss Marigold. They won't just open the gate for you. They're likely to let you present her to Menga personally.
No way. Too risky.
Dandelion's life's on the line. Series 2. No such thing as too risky.
Triss, think about it. Really want to walk into the lion's den of your own free will, and in chains?
Yes.
No, can't allow it.
Nice of you to worry, but I've made my decision, and I won't change it.
Fine. Let's say they take the bait. What then? We go in, I put a sword to Menga's throat and ask him where Dandelion is?
Might not work. Menga's scum, but you have to admit, death doesn't scare him.
Always found that annoying in fanatics. So we gotta trick him into talking. Any ideas?
Maybe tell him you have information about the Lodge. Or about Philippa. Even better, he hates her most of all. You'll think of something.
Yeah, well, I wonder if he knows her eyes have been gouged out. Yeah, probably. The Redanians probably meant, you know, the torturers who did it probably, you know, people gap, you know? It's not like, it's like some Radovid did himself in a sealed room. Radovid, I probably wouldn't talk about it. The others might.
What about the treasure?
If we learn anything, great. If not...
Thought you need coin from Dijkstra to help the other mages.
True, I do. Lots of ways to get gold, though. It's just not the most important thing now.
Wait. I want to thank you.
Come on. Anyone would do this.
No, not anyone.
Stop. It doesn't befit a sorceress to blush.
Still got a bad feeling about this. But tough. Let's go.
Geralt, remember, I can take care of myself.
What are you talking about?
The hunters. They won't treat me like a lady, but I'll survive. Might hurt a bit, but... Ciri, she's what matters. Do what you need to do, no matter what happens.
Can't promise that.
I'm still asking you to, all right?
All right.
I'm not sure why they broke up, to be honest. Well, I suppose Geralt was going to look for his ex, but at the same time in Witcher 2 she said, you know, Triss, you know, Triss said she'll go to the ends of the earth for her.
What do you want?
Here for my reward.
What the hell for?
For a witch. Recognize who I got? It's Triss Merigold.
Marigold. Come in then.
Well, well. Triss Merigold. Giving up drowners for sorceresses?
Pays better.
It's 'cause they do more harm. What's a drowner do? Pull the odd fisherman from his boat. But the witches, they murder kings, scheme, start wars.
Don't forget turning your cow's milk sour straight out of the udder.
You're done jesting, Merigold. For good. Put her in a cell.
Not so fast. I hand her over to Menga himself, or not at all.
You reckon we don't know what to do with this witch?
Let go, you bastard!
Vulgar tongue's got no place being in such a pretty mouth. I guess we'll have to rip it out.
Try to loosen it if I were you. Might learn something interesting.
For instance?
For instance, where Phillip and I'm's hiding.
Not really what I...
You for this, you...
Shut your gob, ginger whore, and you spit it out.
Not
Where's
quite what I was
Ironheart?
intending. When he got something for Elhart, I thought it was going to be Geralt offering it. You know, oh, I found something else out too, kind of thing. But this kind of... So it's probably better if I don't say the second thing. Sometimes it do seem to have impact on conversations. But yeah, I didn't go quite the way I intended. To be honest, I'm more distracted. Like, I just had an apple there and I keep swearing I feel, you know, a bit of it stuck in my mouth. It's annoying me. It's like, you know, some people suffer from phantom limb, where they still feel where their arm used to be. I suffer from phantom apple. It's ever so much more annoying.
Thought I made myself clear. I'll only talk to Menga.
Manga don't talk to the likes of you.
Well, then you be sure to tell him I came by. With my friend Merigold.
Fine, grab her and come with me. But be sure to stay right close.
Actually, noticed for a moment her hands weren't by her were by her sides and not, you know, at her back.
Witcher.
Here's where we split up. Go see Menga. Marigold will be next door.
You can't have her